Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. In this video, I'll tell you about an update on Elliot Eastman, the American who was kidnapped in the Philippines. Some cars at Naya Airport have been there for over 10 years. 3 separate stories involving bombs, plus much more, starting with the USD to peso exchange rate. Right now, $1 equal to 57.65 pesos. Let's jump straight into our update. But first, if you're new to the channel, take a second, hit that subscribe button. I think I can reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know we can with your support. Here's our top story. It looks like the FBI has joined the search. So FBI agents have arrived in Zamboanga del Norte, Philippines to investigate the abduction of American Elliot Eastman, who was kidnapped on October 17th. Eastman, a vlogger from Vermont, had been living in a remote area after marrying a local woman. Investigators are exploring the possibility that the abduction may be linked to his wife's previous relationship with a Sama Sibuku indigenous man. Eastman was taken by armed men, shot in the leg when he resisted, and was forced onto a boat. The local government and U.S. authorities are working together to ensure his safe return. So I initially covered the story on Friday. If you guys haven't seen that one, go ahead and check it out and you get my personal opinion regarding this matter. But so the story goes that he was actually married twice to a Filipino woman in that region. The first one he claims tried to scam him and he lost all his money to her. And this one apparently is now in connection with that girl's previous husband, something in that sort, where it seems to be some kind of love triangle. Either way, I hope he's found. I hope the agents do all their best to bring him back. There's a lot of things that he should have obviously, I think at this point we know about, maybe shouldn't have aired on vlogging. It's not something that personally I would never disclose my finances or do any of that kind of stuff in any country. Even back home in Canada, nobody needs to know how much money I make, how much money I have. I mean, it's nobody's business. You just simply, I don't know, it's not the right way to conduct yourself, I think, in any country, right? So I'm not trying to put blame on anyone, but obviously you can go ahead and reduce some of those risks in anywhere you live at. Also, he was a little bit worried about his security and safety in a vlog that he made about 3 weeks prior to his kidnapping. Here's a bit more detail on that. Philippines authorities have identified persons of interest in the abduction of 26-year-old American Elliot Eastman. The police have activated Critical Incident Management Task Group to investigate the case and pursue leads. No contact or ransom demands have been made by the abductors. Police are conducting pursuit operations and have heightened security across the region, working with the military to track the kidnappers. Eastman, who had been living in the area for 5 months after marrying a local, so police are now setting up like patrol stations and roadblocks and doing whatever they can to try. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that no ransom amount has been asked. There has been some reports, not really reports, some other expat vloggers are talking about him not being alive anymore. I don't know where they get that information from. Maybe just an assumption. I don't want to say any of that until anything is confirmed. I hope there's a positive ending to the story. There's no need to point fingers at people, say what he should have, should not have done. He's still a young man, 26 years old. Maybe he's new to the Philippines. I don't know. There's a lot of like unknowns that we don't know. It's very easy to sit on the outside and judge somebody. We don't know if he's actually in love. We don't know if it was a scam. We don't know if his wife involved in some way, degree, shape. And worst of all, I really hope this is not just a publicity stunt by this young man trying to grow his YouTube channel and his vlogger. I mean, in some ways, I kind of do hope for that because at least he'll be safe. But obviously, this is not that situation. But yeah, there's so many different angles someone can look at this. At this point, I'll keep you guys updated with any new information. Our next story, at Naya Airport in Manila, they found 20 abandoned vehicles in its parking lot, some left since 2014. The new Naya Infrastructure Corp has issued a final call for owners to reclaim their cars, waiving penalties for retrieval. The abandoned vehicles are being removed to free up parking spaces and address safety and security concerns. Owners must provide a proof of ownership to retrieve their cars, and any unclaimed vehicles will be towed to government facilities. Additionally, parking fees at Naya have significantly increased across all vehicle types, of course, in order to go ahead and try and discourage people for leaving their cars at the airport for over 10 years. The first thing that crossed my mind, negligence, incompetence, right? This is just unacceptable in my opinion, especially for your international airport, for somebody to park the car there for over 10 years. Buddy, it's not that hard. Somebody doesn't pick it up in like a month or so. Tow that shit away and let them come pick it up later. This is not a good look at all, but I'm glad that the new management has stepped up their game and already making a lot of changes. I see a bright future for Naya. I cannot wait to see when it's fully completed, fully renovated. Yeah, I'm super excited. I might even make a video about it. But yeah, some steps are being taken already to go ahead and improve Naya International Airport. Speaking of airports, let's stay in the airport, but this time in Cebu. So the Mactan Cebu International Airport Authority is planning to implement a fully contactless immigration system by 2025. allowing travelers to scan their passports without human interaction. The MCIAA General Manager Julius Neri Jr. outlined modernization efforts, including the use of solar energy to reduce carbon emissions. The airport aims to meet 30% of its energy needs through solar power as part of its goal to achieve zero carbon emissions by 2050. Additionally, MCIAA recently hosted the 59th Director General Civil Aviation Conference discussing sustainability and technology innovation in aviation. Efforts to digitize air traffic management and licensing process are also underway to ensure compliance with global aviation safety standards. Amazing in some ways. So whatever can go ahead and speed up the whole immigration process is fantastic, but I wonder if it's going to take away some of that maybe checkpoints are in place to ensure not like undesirable aliens come into the country. However, I believe they have probably facial recognition systems. Also, your passport probably has some kind of radar or trigger. If it gets like alerted to the official, they'll probably come and take you somewhere to do a proper human interaction interview, which 99% of us peoples are good peoples. So I'm sure it's going to be much faster for us regular travelers. Next up, more than 70 fake bomb threats have been made against flights operated by multiple Indian airlines this week. Indian media reported Sunday, sparking fear amongst passengers and global delays. The next bomb story is in Cebu. A bomb threat was reported to the Cebu Technological University main campus along MJ Cuenco Avenue. As 9:40 a.m. police personnel from the Cebu office were still at the scene to verify. And our last bomb story, a major one, police have arrested Arsani Mambesia, the mastermind behind the December 3rd, 2023 bombing of a Catholic mass in Marawi City that took the lives of 4 worshippers and injured 43 people. Mambisa, a member of the Dala Islamia terror group, was captured October 16th. Mambisa and his group have been linked to previous bombings and extortion attempts in central Mindanao. That's fantastic news. There's nothing more that I hate, that people take religion as an excuse to go ahead and commit crimes. Oh, and next up is 2 hospitals in Manila have reached full capacity. This is common when this happens. They go ahead and issue a warning, letting people know to seek medical treatment and advice in different hospitals. I'm kind of curious to see how often this happens. If anybody knows more about that, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. I'm not going to cover Thailand today as there's too much to go over and the same usual kind of nonsense over there with regarding tourists, drunk people. It's just too much to go over. Actually, maybe I'll cover this story because I think it's kind of good information. A French man was arrested for reckless motorcycle riding in Chiang Mai. A 21-year-old French tourist named Hugo has been arrested in Chiang Mai for reckless motorcycle riding. The incident, which took place on the road to Doi Setep, was captured on video and widely shared on social media. Hugo was seen performing dangerous stunts on his motorcycle to entertain friends. After an investigation, police located him and charged him with reckless driving and driving without a license. Hugo admitted to joining other motorcycles and intentionally engaging in reckless behavior. This incident served as a reminder for tourists to follow local traffic laws. 21 years old, completely out of his mind. I mean, he thinks he's having a great time, but this does not look good for other tourists, and maybe some other restrictions might be imposed against us folk that want to rent a motorbike and all that. No license. Putting himself and others in danger, young people stuff. I feel like I'm old talking like this, but either way, not a good thing to do, especially in another country. And now it's time for our segment called Yesterday Today, where I share some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video. Watch Chimp says, my wife is from southern Mindanao and the dangers are well known. I think it's better than it was many years ago when I was there, but still dangerous, especially where he was. It appears that he was getting married. I'm surprised his wife's family didn't take more care of his to ensure his safety. Tip to travel there is let as few people know you're coming as possible. Get in, keep a low profile, and get out ASAP. Loose lips sink ships, as they say. It's more dangerous than people realize because many incidents are not reported on national or international news. Once they blew up a shopping mall and it was barely reported at all. Be careful out there, folks. This is coming from somebody that has a wife down there. These dangers are real. I'm not saying everyone that goes down there will get kind of like have this happen to them, but when you're announcing yourself, it's just, you have to conduct yourself in a manner that you don't have the same privilege, the safety blanket as you might back home. Wherever you come from, I understand many countries are actually more dangerous than the Philippines, my own as well. So Corporal Davis says, when you leave the U.S. or any other country of origin, you should always be on guard. I'm a Marine, been Philippines with my wife for 19 days, and I keep a low profile as best as I can. I dress down, no flashy jewelry, don't throw money around, and basically keep alert for potential situations, keeping away from places I know before coming here where possible insurgents may be, and most of all, pray before stepping outside. Great advice. And lastly, BB says Americans love to play with danger. Pet a tiger, swim with the sharks, skydive without a parachute, travel to Mindanao, ignore State Department travel advisories. Now, whether that's a joke or not, yeah, you do have to take care of yourself. And I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow with our regular news content. Bye.